Hello, true believers. This is Doc Hogg, and welcome to episode 73 of Comics and Variety. If you like this channel, please do subscribe, hit the notification bell to be notified when I post new videos, and for the sake of YouTube's search algorithm, please do hit the like button. Okay, today we have a new video from our friend and contributor,
Mike, the Bloody Red Baron. Okay, cool it, ladies.
But before we get to that, I want to give one last mention to Ryan Hack's Christmas comic book called Bric-a-Brac. As I mentioned yesterday, this book is like Santa Claus Goes to War. It's about a young boy named Garrett who lives on an island called Sugar Plum Cove on the Christmas planet. And he is protected by the Sugar Plum fairies until the Nutcracker army shows up and invades his island. And then he has to go on this adventure to basically put an end to this war. Now, as of this video, the Bric-a-Brac campaign has barely 1 day left. Ryan has already extended the campaign once. I don't know if he'll do it again. I kind of doubt it. So if you want to get this comic, you should back it soon. I recommend it. I've backed it. And as always, I'll include a link to its Indiegogo campaign in the description below. Okay. Today, Mike Baron is going to talk about information overload. Specifically, how much information about your main character should you give to your reader, and how fast should you give it to them? Should you give it to them good and hard, or should you be patient, spread it out in a lovingly fashion? Alrighty, let's get to the video.
Good morning, folks. You're about to start your novel. You've been making notes for months. You have a lot of information you want to squeeze in there. You want to tell about how your protagonist was raised in a Romanian orphanage and how he studied Sanskrit. You want to tell about his experience fighting grizzly bears in the woods. A lot of neophyte writers try to jam all this information into the first paragraph or the first chapter. That's a mistake. You may have a lot of information that you want to transmit about your character, but you have to lay it down at the right place. You have to be patient and tell your story as it happens in real time, showing, not telling. And when you get to the spot where you can work that information in, you will know it. So you want to hold the information off until you find a nice landing spot for it. I'm currently working on my 7th Josh Pratt biker novel. And only now am I telling how he became a biker. I had to hold that information back until I found the right place to do it. So make all the notes you want. You can't know too much about your character. But you have to wait for the right spot to insert that information, and you don't want it to be a huge document dump. You can let it out in dribs and drabs. In fact, suspense about your character is one of the things that keeps people reading. I just submitted a Western for a new series by H. Hart. The backstory, the Bible on the Western is extensive and involves a lot of Gothic elements involving the protagonist, whose name is River Hicks. And the Bible says these things are to be hinted at but never fully revealed until later in the series. And that's good advice. Keep that in mind. Hold your information back until it's the right place to put it in. That's all.
Thank you. Why don't you call Freddie over?
Freddie.
Say come.
Freddie, come. Freddie. Come here. Look what I got.
All right, so a little entertainment from Mac and Freddie. Freddie's the newest pup. He's a 13-week-old German Shepherd. Still house training him, but he'll learn. All right. He will. All right, thanks.
Okay, thank you very much, Mike. I should also briefly mention that Mike recently had published 2 new novels. The first is Florida Man, and the second is number 6 in his biker series called Bloodline. I'll provide links to the Amazon pages for both of those in the description below. Alrighty, that music means that it's time for Hogg's Headlines, all the news that I want to talk about. Dateline, lawyers, guns, and money go to White Castle. 3 judges in Indiana, Andrew Adams and Bradley Jacobs of the Clark Circuit Court and Sabrina Bell of the Crawford Circuit Court, have been suspended without pay by the Indiana Supreme Court, Jacobs and Bell for 30 days and Adams for 60. The incident that landed them in trouble occurred at a White Castle. The 3 judges arrived there after a night of drinking. At the White Castle, 2 men in an SUV shouted at the judges, and in response, Judge Bell flipped them the bird. A drunken brawl then erupted between the men in the SUV and the 2 male judges.
Hey, Michael McLeod's just invented a new kind of beverage in his basement.
Whiskey.
Jacobs brought one of the men to the ground, and Adams kicked him in the back. The fight ended when the man pulled out a gun, shooting Adams once and Jacobs twice. The judges were taken to local hospitals and underwent emergency surgeries. Fortunately, they survived. And thankfully, they were at White Castle. I mean, can you imagine if they had been at Popeyes?
Oh my God.
Alrighty, that's all for now. Until next time, have a very nice day.
I was gambling in Havana. I took a little risk. Send lawyers, guns, and money. Dad, get me out of this.